The way I look at I think of motivation as fuel, because at the end of the day, no matter what you're doing in life, obviously, my path, my calling has been fitness. But I always say, you need fuel to do anything. You need fuel to get up and go to work. You need fuel to, honestly, just be real, to deal with your family, deal with your friends, whatever. So then once you have that fuel, that motivation, that's going to take you to a point where you can get the best and be the best.
And we're live. Welcome back to the You've Been Like podcast. This episode is brought to you by Built Bars, Protein Bars, Ballsy Ball Care. It's your boy, Joey Colello, and today I got a good friend of mine from Texas, Isaac Johnson. What's up, man?
What's going on, Joey? How you doing?
How are you? How's everything?
Everything is good. Weather doesn't look too bad. It's not too hot, so I can't complain.
It's hot here, man. I played softball this morning. I'm sunburned all over the place.
Oof.
Rough. But before we get started, man, let me go over. We're going to talk about motivation today, time management, lifting and nutrition, supplements, client training, and the TheNoExcuseCrew branding.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Can't wait. But guys, we're still doing a giveaway for any piece of clothing from our store. All you have to do, visit our website. There you go, www.shopybm.com. All you have to do is subscribe, and you'll be entered in a giveaway for any piece of apparel you want. We're also doing a huge giveaway for once we reach 500 followers. All you have to do is like the post and tag 3 friends. We got another new segment coming for you guys soon. I can't wait to shout that out. We got another Wise Word Wednesday coming. But anyway, man, let's get into it.
Sir,
yes,
sir.
Right. So let's rock with motivation first, because let me tell you, I met Isaac through a good friend of mine, Devin Baker. You guys all know who he is. We shout him out all the time. And this guy is one motivational MFer, man. Like, he's always posting. He's always like every Monday morning he's up. He's motivating people. So I wanted to really dive in with you and talk about some motivation. But what does the word motivation mean to you?
The way I look at I think of motivation as fuel. Because at the end of the day, no matter what you're doing in life, obviously, my path, my calling has been fitness. But I always say, you need fuel to do anything. You need fuel to get up and go to work. You need fuel to, honestly, just be real, to deal with your family, deal with your friends, whatever. So then once you have that fuel, that motivation, that's going to take you to a point where you can get the best and be the best. So if you're a father, if you're motivated, you'll be the best father you can be. If you are a bank teller, if you're motivated, you'll be the best bank teller you can be. So that's why I say motivation is just that fuel to get you to be the best that you can be.
Oh, yeah, I agree with you 100%. Guys, I just posted on our IG live that if you have any live questions for Shuff, everybody knows you as Shuff. If you guys have any live questions, go visit our chat. I tagged him, and ask any live questions you guys got. Let's do this. Boom, send.
Ask away.
Please do. All right, so next question I got for you. How do you motivate yourself, and how do you motivate others? Like, are they the same, or is every person different?
So my motivation, so you're gonna hear me say the word fuel a lot, because I'm just big on fuel, energy, and everything like that. So for myself, I use all of my negatives and I turn that into fuel, and that's how I motivate myself.
Gotcha.
So it's something that I've really only said in private, but like the Facebook, like the comment section on a political post, I'll go look at that because it'll make me angry.
Really?
So instead of going to use pre-workout or anything like that, I look at that because at the end of the day, while I'm a nice guy and I try to do my best to be positive and everything like that, I got a lot of inner rage. So I tap into it in a positive manner. It's like it's like a river running through me, and I tap into that. So that's what motivates me. And then the positive motivation that I have is that I have a huge fear of failure. So see, a lot of people think failure means if you are in a race with 100 people and you finish 99 out of 100, they think that's a failure. It's not necessarily a failure because there just might have been 98 people better than you. You might have gone against the 98 best people in the world.
I agree.
So So that's not necessarily the failure. The failure is not trying. The failure is when you're 8 weeks out from that competition and you tell
Giving
yourself,
up.
you know what, I can't make it, and you give up.
Yeah.
And so that's what I do for myself. For how I motivate others. The number one thing is leading by example.
Mm-hmm.
It's real easy to tell people to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, but if you're not up at 4:59 before them to wake them up, it hurts. And just by doing the work, it's one of those things. And the feedback that I get from people, it's like, man, you're always just doing the work. So you can kind of be very demanding and say the things you say because you're backing it up. You're actually in the gym doing this. You're actually with your business, growing your business. You're actually doing these things with your kid. You're doing all these things.
Yeah.
So my words mean that much more because I'm not just, doing the whole do as I say, not as I do.
Yeah.
Not only do as I say, do as I do. And here's the path. So that's how I motivate. And then the other part of that is one of the gifts I believe that I have is that I'm able to speak to multiple groups of people and just talk about calorie deficit just as an example.
Okay.
And I'm able to make it for different groups to understand it. So I can talk to more than one group. I can take that one topic and make it to other trainers, potential clients, people trying to lose weight. I can make it so they understand it. So that's how I motivate, because I'm speaking their language. So I'm not talking about somewhere it's just like they're smiling and nodding, but it's just
and it goes right. Exactly.
I put it in a way that they can understand it. I speak in their terms.
Yeah. So like back to that, we have another question later on about social media, but with social media, I just wanted to hit on it real quick. Like everybody sees that you're positive, but that's just social media. That's just a face. Like they don't know that we have tough days too, man. Like there's days that I don't want to get up at 6 a.m. and make fucking eggs and egg whites. Like you just got to put in, with hard work comes results.
Yeah.
But like I said, we'll hit on that social media stuff in a little bit.
Definitely.
But next, when did you become so motivated in working out in the gym and working on yourself?
So I'll tell the very, very abbreviated story because it's a long.
I'm sure. I'm sure we'll be here all night.
But being a former athlete, high school up through college, basically from I'm getting ready to turn 36. So from when I graduated college at 21 to basically when I turned 30, I was on the yo-yo.
Okay.
Going up and down, up and down, up and down. Couldn't find anything that really worked for me. So one day, back in 2013, I was in the mirror. I literally just cut my hair, and my hair is helping to keep me proportionate.
Yeah.
And I looked in the mirror, and I had my shirt off, and I was just like, I had man boobs, had all these different things, and I was like, hold on a second.
Yeah.
This
slapped you in the face.
Athlete, and from all these other things, I carried it well and all that stuff. So I term it like this. I looked like, oh, yeah, he can lose like 5 or 10 pounds.
Yeah.
Not knowing that I was in a situation where I could lose 70 pounds.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, people always go for the minimum.
Yeah, so I lost one. I took that weight off. I kept it off because when I looked at that was my why moment.
Yeah.
So that was like when how you kind of talk about the tough times. Like when I have a tough time or I'm just having a day where I'm like, man, I don't want to do this. I think about that feeling. My ass.
I hate it. Yeah, I hate it. Yo, when I run up the steps and I'm out of breath, it's time to get on that horse. It's just being an athlete like you. I'm sure in the back of your mind, it's always in your mind. Like, damn, like I'm always looking at my self-image, and it's just sometimes you just got to do the work, got to put it in. But what event? Like, I guess that would be your greatest event that influenced you to get into bodybuilding and nutrition and all that. But like, is there anything else that influenced you?
Well, I'm glad you brought up competing because competing probably came about 2 or 3 years after that as the first kind of like fleeting thought.
Yeah.
And so one of my brothers started to go into competition, and then I ended up meeting Devin.
Yep.
Met Kev and a few other people that were in that world. So now it wasn't just seeing people on social media, on TV doing it. I was actually, from being a trainer, being the fitness, I knew some of it because we knew the Ronnie Colemans and the Schwarzeneggers and stuff like that.
Yeah, of course.
Popular. But once you started to kind of learn more about it, I was like, I kind of got a little bit of the itch. My brother, you're right. He kept saying, you're going to do it. You're going to do it. You're going to do it.
Yeah.
And then eventually, because it was just the next step in being in fitness and doing all the things. I was like, and
it's always about progressing.
To do it. Yeah.
So, we'll get into that as well. You can, because you have, is this your first show that you're doing?
Yes, sir.
So you're
Yes, sir.
competing. We'll bring it out. So Shuff is competing in what, August?
So I
Or
have my first show is going to be October 5th, and then I have 2 shows in November,
oh
back to back.
wow,
Yeah,
you hitting it hard, huh?
man. Look, I went to an open house. Now it was about 2 months ago, and long story short, with that one of a former pro was saying, look, don't spread your shows out too far because then you have it's like going through another off season and you're prepping again. Because basically for that, once October 5th hits, and then it's another 7 weeks. I have
Yeah.
2 more shows. I'm already on it. I'm
You're
already in
you're
that
back to
mode.
that nutrition plan,
Yep.
that program.
Yep.
Um, so now I want to get into time management because obviously you guys know Shuff runs the No Excuse Crew. We could talk a little bit about that. How did you start the No Excuse Crew? I heard through Devin that it was just a hashtag that you
Yeah.
used. So I want to
Yeah.
hear
Yeah.
this story.
So basically, once I lost my weight and I kept it off for a while, I was like, I know I can help people with this.
Yeah.
So this was right around the time I kind of got in at the beginning when everybody was starting to put fit on their name.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a little bit before the term influencer became popular.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? So, my Instagram, my personal Instagram, Shuffle Guys. So what I did was took that SG Fitness Dallas, because I'm here in Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
So that was like my trainer thing, and that's what I was doing.
Gotcha.
Started to train, do that, and then just one day, I don't know how it just hit me. I was like, man, if you were me, we didn't know excuse because we don't make excuses. Cause I was always talking about. So I started hashtagging it, and some of my friends was getting involved with it, and then that's was kind of like just what started to grow, and that was like my mantra. So then, as I was getting more clients, and as the company, as it was starting to come together, like, okay, this just isn't a side thing. This is an actual, real business that I have here. I was like, this has to be the name of it. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes it's just a light bulb. Sometimes it's too easy. You're like,
Yeah.
damn, why haven't I been doing this the whole time?
Yeah,
But
man. Yeah.
where is your vision with the No Excuse Crew? Where do you want it to go? What do you want it to do? I know Devin actually has a question for you about how did you start your own client training service and how many clients do you have? But where is your vision? Like, where do you see it going?
So my vision, I eventually want to open a gym.
Okay.
I want to open 2 types of gyms. I want to open a very for everyone type of gym, and then I want to open a specific boutique gym that's designed for competitors.
Okay. Like
just
the
because,
the hardcore equipment, the chains and the powerlifting
exactly,
and all
and
that.
and the thing is, because that's somewhere, because everybody needs a place where they can flourish. So when you take somebody that's in there, they're still a true novice to lifting and things like that, and then you have somebody that's a competitive bodybuilder. While yes, they can coexist.
Yeah.
You need each one of them needs to be put in a situation where they can flourish.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what I want. So I feel as though overall it's underserved. But here in Dallas, actually, there are a few places like that. Like, I love shouting people out. Like, so we have Metroflex down here where Ronnie works out.
Yeah.
We have Destination Dallas.
Okay.
Which is
You've gone to all these gyms?
That's actually part of my journey while during prep. And the funny thing is, so on my birthday, Destination Dallas is actually having an open house.
Oh, nice.
With an open gym. So I was like,
you're gonna show up?
That's perfect. So I'm roll up to there, go to Metroflex just as part of my journey, saying, hey,
of course.
if I'm gonna become a competitor, I want to be at these places. But yeah, so open the gym, and then basically, I see there's some underserved markets out there because as I've done this, I've learned different things. And I want to help first-time competitors, somebody like such as myself.
Yeah, of course.
Because when you've been lifting for a while, and if you don't happen to know anybody that's in the business or in the industry, you don't know where to go.
Yeah.
So you may reach out to.
It's a lot of guesswork.
Exactly. You may reach out to like a big time trainer, and they may say, no, I don't work with first timers. They may discourage somebody, anything like that. So if we're actually out here seeking out and helping first timers. So my plan, and I'm a very transparent person. So it's still your idea. I'm like, I don't care if they still, they're just not gonna do it better than me.
Hey, that's the mindset to have. Always.
Exactly. So I was like, so I will know these other trainers. You know, they'll know me, so they'll know if me and my company we're working with the first timers, and they've proven that hey, they're really about this life, and they want to keep going. I put them on to those people. Now the cycle is so when somebody else reaches out to, as a first timer, reaches out to one of these more established people that only work with established people, they'll send them to me. So we all win.
So it's you want to build a network, basically.
Exactly.
I
Exactly.
see. I see. That's hey man. Listen, you got my support. You know that. You ever need
Right.
anything,
Definitely.
we. I love helping other people. I love seeing other people succeed. Like, I don't. There needs to be more of us
Yeah,
lifting up the
for real.
world. Like, so back to
Definitely.
Devin. Was there another light bulb? Like, all right, now I need to start training clients, or were people asking you, coming to you, and then you were just kind of like, all right, let's do this.
So I got a lot of questions because first you lose the weight, people ask questions.
Of course.
They see you've kept it off, they ask even more. You
Mm-hmm.
know, and so then a lot of people that were asking the questions had known me from a while when I was, in shape. So then they didn't even realize I fell out
Yeah.
of shape. So they kind of like, see the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
So at first it wasn't people reaching out to me. It was more me knowing I could help people and, going out and everything like that. And then, so basically what happened where, we're talking about light bulb moments, trying to train people in person was tough because, with the family and then with still having a full-time job at that point, I just
Which
didn't have
hits on my next question
yeah,
too.
yeah. So I didn't have a lot of time. So it was hard. I wasn't really making money. Started to
Yeah.
get discouraged with it. I was like, man, all right, maybe this will just be a side gig. I'll keep it as a couple clients. But then a friend of mine in San Diego, we were just talking, somebody I met through social media. I
Yeah.
still to
Of
this day have
course.
not met her in person. He's like, I wish, and this was the line that really, I guess in a way changed my life. I wish you were here in San Diego because then I was there in Dallas because I would have you train me. And I was like, wait a second, I can just email you what you need to do, and
Mm-hmm.
then that so at that point I had about 2 or 3 clients, and in the 3 months from that conversation, I went from about actually more like 3 to 5, went from like
Yeah.
about rotation 3 to 5 clients up to about 30 clients
Holy.
just because it didn't
But
matter where they were. I wasn't fishing, even though look, Dallas is a huge area. I wasn't
yep.
just fishing here, the whole world.
Whole world. That's what
You know,
I was going to ask you. So back to my question earlier, how is social media affecting the fitness industry and how is it affecting your business? Like obviously social media is great for you.
right. So on the positive side, it's good because it tears down a lot of barriers.
Mm-hmm.
So
People don't like face to face anymore.
mm-hmm.
Everybody likes to hide behind a phone.
Ain't that the truth?
Mm-hmm.
But it tears down a lot of barriers because like look, we're in two like just we're an example of it right now. We're in 2
Exactly.
different cities, interfacing right now.
Yep.
So so social media makes it so that way my company, I can have an international company.
Yep.
And
Anyone in the world.
Yep, and I do have clients, outside.
Yeah, you
Outside
have
of the US.
on your Instagram. He went live for you, a guy from Ireland, right?
Yeah. So that gentleman, we just network, but it's all the same principle.
Yeah,
All the
of
same
course.
principle. So that's a positive. And then the other thing is it allows you to share certain things. Like for example, since we know I'm going into prep.
Yep.
I'm going to be able to, so obviously I'm a trainer, but now I'm about to be able to show it from both sides.
Exactly.
So people are thinking about it so they can understand and respect what's
Mm-hmm.
going on with this and understand how hard it is. Because I'm not just going to show, oh, look at me
The
working
good
out.
days.
Yeah. It's going
Yeah.
to be the damn, I know Devin's going to hear this. Like, damn,
Yeah.
my coach, he got me only eating this much.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I know it's coming.
And
You're gonna see the
and
hard
showing
days.
that part, I want to show the part like, hey man, you got to really commit to this.
Mm.
While the result is fun, this is real work.
It's more mental.
Yeah.
I feel like it's all fighting in your head. Your biggest critic is yourself. So that person you got to fight every day. Who cares about the outside work? Eating food is easy. Working out is easy.
Yeah.
It's given like, do I want that cookie?
Mm-hmm.
And that's the hardest thing with dieting.
And then you bring up a good point. That's why you need a coach because like when
even if you are the best in the game, you still need a coach.
Because
someone to keep you accountable.
Exactly. So it's accountability. Also, as people, when we're doing things on our own, we're one of two things. We're either way too hard on ourselves, or we're way too
lackadaisical. Yeah.
So there's really it's rarely any middle ground. So your coach is there to tell you, and you got to have thick skin. All right, what are you not doing because you should have leaned out by now? There's something that's
Exactly.
missing, and things like that. That's why it's great to have a coach, because people
Yeah.
think I need Devin for motivation. No. I need Devin for his guidance and the fact that I trust him.
Yeah, exactly. You could,
'Cause-
like, he's in New Jersey too. You're in
yeah,
Texas. It's not like he can read your mind every day and see you every day. So you have to be able to be accountable on yourself to tell the truth too, because people like to fabricate stories like, oh yeah, I did it, but really they didn't do it. And then they're like, why ain't I losing the weight? And now you have a bad review because they don't want to do the work.
and that's what I love about the weight loss side, because when people come to training, that's usually what you think about is weight
Yeah,
loss. But there's other
of course.
other things that we do, and I tell people, and now I always reference 600-pound life. It is scientific. At the end of the day, if your sole goal is to go from 200 pounds to 150 pounds, you just need to be in a calorie deficit.
Yep, that's it.
And we adjust it as
it's like a bank.
Down, but it's that's it. I don't care keto, paleo, whatever. You need to be in calorie deficit. If you are not losing, it's because you're not in a calorie deficit. Because they want to tell you, I'm not eating that much, or I didn't do this, or you're lying.
Yep.
You lose if you just ate what you just told me. You weigh 230 pounds. You just told me all you had was 2 peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for every day for the last week. That's not ideal. You would have lost weight.
Yeah, exactly. It's like a bank. If you're spending more than you're making, you're in a deficit. So you need to be spending the calories and still eating. People think, oh, I'm not going to eat, I'm going to lose weight. You still need to eat. You can't just not eat. But you got to fuel that body. On to the next. It's a little before, but I know you have a family, you have kids, right?
Yep.
So is TNEC that your full-time job, part-time job? I know you got kids. So what do you do?
So TNEC, this is it. It's been almost a year now, so 11 months where this has been all I've been doing. So
really,
yeah,
good for you, man. That's awesome. That's the entrepreneur life.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
9 to 5, man. We're not meant for it. We're really not.
I couldn't do it anymore.
Yeah, I can't either. But what is your biggest accomplishment with the No Excuse Crew? Would you say right now? I know that's a big question.
I mean, if we're gonna try to narrow it down to one thing, I would just say the fact that I took a hashtag and turned it into a company, and not just like I'm saying it's a company. We got an EIN. I own 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 trademarks.
Wow, really?
For an LLC, like so, like we are official. So a lot of times, like when you're dealing with, with online training, there's a lot of people that's like they don't have business cards or they don't have a website, and please nobody take this as a diss. They have a Gmail website. They have a Gmail email. You email me. My email is anybody that's affiliated with us, it's at TheNoExcuseCrew.com. So it's like a true, and like it was
all about brand.
Exactly. And I was just saying the other day, it was funny because I was because I have Microsoft Office, for business. And I was sitting there saying, I was like, damn. And before this, I worked with a multi-billion-dollar international company. I was like, I got the same Microsoft as them. Like, it turns 360 to log in and all the accesses I had. And it kind of made me hit. I was like, damn, like I'm doing that.
You're making it.
Yeah. So in terms of that accomplishment, it's just right now, I would say the fact that we're a legitimate, full-time, full-fledged company.
Yeah, making a dream a reality. So listen, anyone could do it. You just gotta, like you say, put the hard work in.
Yes, sir.
With hard work comes results, and that's it. That's it. You kind of touched on it before, but what is, because I think it is, what's the hardest part about being an online and in-person trainer? Is it accountability?
I mean, honestly, yes, accountability and training. That's number one. Because if you're in person, right, 9 times out of 10, unless it's somebody with, that has the finances, they're only seeing their trainer once a week, sometimes twice a week, things of that nature. So when they're there, they're doing all the work and they're doing everything. But what's going on those other 6 days, those other 5 days when you're not with your trainer, so that's the hard part with personal training, in person, one-on-one. Online, yes, it's accountability, but the biggest issue that I have is people thinking they're doing the right thing and they're not. And it's not, and here's the thing, it's not so much that it's a bad thing for example, because like I mean, I know you've seen a few of my videos when I talk about
All of your videos.
that's love. So we talk about like with effort and stuff like that. Somebody may really, honest to God, believe that they are putting in the proper amount of effort when they're doing their whatever it is, but they're absolutely not.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a hard hill to overcome, because you have to first get that person to understand and admit, hey, I'm not trying to say you're doing something wrong per se. You're just not putting in the proper effort. I know you think you are, but if you're not, this is what I say, so I'll have them send me, a video. Yeah. Some people, and I can tell who does not want to get better and who does. The people that want to get better, they send it to me right away.
You don't even got to ask them.
Yeah, and then the people that are kind of hesitant and everything like that, I know, like, do you really want to get better? Because I'll tell them, like, do you have the struggle face? Because if you're curling, right, like I'll be curling heavy, and sometimes I'll smile, but you can kind of tell the weight that I'm curling. It's kind of like doing the lightweight.
It's heavy as shit, yeah.
It's more like but if you're like, still kind of new to the game and you're curling and you're not at least making some kind of face, I know that you don't have the proper amount.
You think you're using, but you have another 50% to give me.
Exactly. So that's the hardest part with online. And then the other part of that is garbage in, garbage out, because so like, even inside the TNEC app or whatever app that you're using with a client, there's MyFitnessPal, all these things. Just because they put it in there doesn't mean it happened.
Yeah.
Whether it's the workout, what they did. So I tell people, I'm like, look, whatever you put in here is what I have to go off of.
I can't read your mind.
So if you are telling me that this is what you're eating and this is what you're lifting and all this stuff,
I have to believe it.
But if you aren't seeing results, it's because you're not being honest. Because at the end of the day, when it comes to this whole fitness game,
you're doing your part.
It's very simple when the plan is laid out. There are very few crap plans out there.
Yeah.
When you really look at it, very few. You know what I'm saying? But you get a lot of people that don't want to work their plan, or they want to think they know better.
Yeah. Leave the ego at home.
Exactly. I tell Devin all the time, and you can ask him when I'm not around. I say, hey man, you put it down. I'm just gonna shut up and listen. I'm not gonna, like, if I ask you a question,
you gotta be coachable.
It's gonna be the question because I'm trying to understand and get better, not like I'm not questioning him. Where it's like, why you got me doing this today? Why am I not doing this today? Which I get from clients, and I'm just like,
just do it.
I'm just like, just listen to me.
Yeah. Like you see the results. Like the results speak for itself. The testimonials speak for itself. But you said you use an app, right? If you want to touch a little on that, go ahead.
Cool. So basically, our app right now, I'm working on developing another app, but that's
like a real app through the App Store.
So in Google Play, you can actually search the No Excuse Crew and find the app, but we're built on top of my PT Hub.
Okay.
So like when you, I don't know if you'll be able to see it. So when you load up,
I actually downloaded my PT Hub.
Yeah. So if you see it right there, once you sign in, you'll see the No Excuse Crew app, and then once you pop in, it's.
So you created a whole package through PT Hub, because a PT Hub is just a platform.
Correct.
And then you have to make it. You have to input everything.
Yeah, they have so much. It's really robust. When I first switched over, I was a little bit overwhelmed. Like I knew it was a lot.
I downloaded it. I was like, holy shit, what am I doing? I don't even know what to do.
Yeah, when I was switching over, but that, I mean, it was a game changer.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Now you could put everything that a client that I need to know from a client can go right in there. And let's be real. Where does this go? These are with us everywhere.
Everywhere.
You know
we even got them on our wrist now. So
exactly.
you could do it. You just got to follow the program.
Exactly.
I had another question for you about the app. Shit, what was it? We'll get back into it. But let's go into, are you doing your own nutrition? Is Devin doing your nutrition, or?
So right now, well, I'll put it as of tomorrow, because that's when prep starts. It's all Devin.
Okay. Everything.
It's all him.
Nice. All right. So, are you taking any supplements with that, or just your regular protein?
So I have a personal philosophy that I preach to my clients and anyone that asks me. I won't ingest anything that I can't get from plants or food.
Gotcha.
So if it's like, and I'm not trying to be like crazy, but anything that's kind of like made in the lab or anything like that, or enhanced in the lab, I'm not really trying to fool with it.
Yeah.
So I'm a basic, whey protein. You can do pea protein and some other proteins.
Of course, yeah, the veggie protein.
Whey protein, and if you have a true lactose intolerance, that's when you need to go to the alternative routes.
Yeah,
pea
of course.
Protein, hemp, all that kind of stuff. Creatine, and then I learned this from Jim Stepani. For anybody, that's a great follow, by the way, about BCAAs. So the protein that I have right now has both the casein and the whey have the full BCAA profile. So I was like, well, there's no sense in me
wasting money.
taking the additional one. So I do that, and then multivitamin. I don't do fish oil, but I do that want to do it.
Yeah.
But I keep it pretty simple when it comes to that stuff.
Which you like to get everything from your food.
Yep. And that's why I'm going. Like my first show is an MPC show, but after that show, I'm strictly going OCB. That's all.
Are you doing bodybuilding or physique? Yeah. Bodybuilding.
So I'm doing men's physique first.
Okay.
And then
that's board shorts, right? You wear board shorts.
Yep. Okay. So the first 3 shows are all going to be men's physique, and I'm kind of following in Devens' footsteps.
Yeah.
Starting with that, and then there is a chance in 2020 I move up to classic physique.
Because you're a big dude too, so like you could also hit in the bodybuilding. I'm sure if you put on a couple more.
I'll tell you, I'm definitely not going to bodybuilding because I don't want to carry that much weight.
Yeah. It's a lot harder.
Because like with classic physique,
you wear those are like the cut off underwear, right?
Like,
yeah. Tight.
With classic physique, the best way to that I've heard it described, and I wish I could give credit to who I got this from, but they basically described it as, well, classic physique in terms of like with Arnold Schwarzenegger and all them back in that time, how they looked. That's kind of what classic physique is going after. Gotcha. So it's not saying you need to be like you saw Ronnie Coleman. He was freaking 300 something pounds up there.
Yeah.
I'm not.
That's a lot of weight.
Those guys more. I'm not trying to carry.
Yeah, nah, it's a lot of eating. They eat a lot, dude. I couldn't eat that much.
Yeah.
So before you got into fitness, how were you eating, and how are you eating now?
So before I got into fitness, I mean, honestly, I ate like a typical American. You know what I'm saying?
Just whenever you want, whenever you got hungry.
Not fast food all the time, but fast food enough. I'm from Jersey, so I used to love cheesesteaks and pizza and stuff like that.
Don't we all?
Exactly. And then so the funny thing is, like when I moved here, I leaned out. I was trying chilling about 185. I got here. I ate my way through Dallas for 3 months. I mean, I was just excited because there's so many different kinds of foods here, and I was just
different culture, right?
So exactly. So at the end of the day, my eating habits were bad. That's just the flat out the way to put it. And then now, I've learned how to control that. I go by that 80-20 rule. Most of the stuff I'm eating is, whole foods, clean stuff. But the fact that the way that I work out, the way that I've done everything to get my body to a certain point, I can go have in and out every once in a while.
Exactly. You need to treat yourself. It's like I said, it's a mind game. If your mind's not getting that craving, you're gonna go nuts.
Oh yeah,
it's crazy.
People want to restrict themselves. Like, so when we do our meal planning with somebody, I tell them, hey, this first way that you're eating, this is not designed for the rest of your life. Yeah, this is to get this weight off you and get you to the right spot. And then they get this feeling. What?
Oh, I got to do this for the rest of my life. No,
no, you're not gonna restrict forever. Trust me, it doesn't work like that.
Yeah. So, do you give clients nutrition plans or just workout plans? Do you have certifications for all that stuff?
So here's the thing about nutrition when it comes to certifications. This is just it's an honest opinion. Unless it's somebody that went to like 4-year, that's really the only one that I would quote unquote trust is somebody saying nutritionist or whatever. Now, the people that I deal with, Siri was trying to talk to me. Sorry.
Don't you love those things?
So basically, some of the best experts in our field don't have a nutrition degree or anything like that. They just know. They've done
research and doing it on themselves,
right?
Which is the
so
best.
I have no kind of certification for nutrition. I just know what works.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
Of course.
And then when it comes down to with training, I went and got one, but I've only had in all my time, I've only had one person ask me for it.
Really? So I'll tell you a sick story. I have my master's in nutrition. Right.
It's a good thing to have.
I don't even use it. I it's funny, but I'm actually starting to think about using it. But you say use 4-year degree. I learned more on YouTube and Google than I did in a 4-year, 6-year nutrition class. So if you really want to learn something and you really want to change your body and you really want to change your ways, you will learn it. You will learn it because when I was going through I started out as a computer science major. And that's where I got heavy. I gained the college 15. Mine was the college 30
Yes.
because I was playing football my whole life. I wrestled, I played baseball, and then as soon as I hit college, I stopped and I gained the weight. And I looked like I looked in the mirror and I was like, this got to go. So I switched over to nutrition, but I had already knew everything because I had did it on myself. I did it on my own through YouTube and Google. So like I said, if you want to change your body, you want to change your life, you will learn it.
The information's there, man. It's at your fingertips. You don't have to really look that hard for it.
Exactly. It's not hard at all. We asked that question already. What type of training programs do you follow? Do you follow high rep programs? Do you follow strength programs, or what do you think's the best?
So obviously, again, since you watch me, you know my big thing is train for your goals.
Yep.
So one of the things that I've really adopted is the importance of the compound exercises.
Okay.
So if you get a program and you're not seeing bench press, pull-ups, dips, deadlifts, overhead press, or barbell rows, any of those, throw that program away.
Okay.
Unless you're injury restricted or something.
Yeah,
like that.
of course.
But other than that, throw that program away because we have this thing because we have bro science.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Curl Monday, curl Wednesday, curl Friday.
That's it. All upper body.
Things like that. So basically, my philosophy is all programs are going to have the compound exercises, and then we break off from there. So if you have limited, so say for example, because everything we do is custom. Well, not everything we do, but our main programs are custom.
Mm-hmm.
So if you only have 2 or 3 days to work out, basically what you're doing is all compound exercises those days.
Full body workouts.
Exactly. So you're hitting those parts. And then again, as your goals change, so when I start to bulk up, obviously, I'm going to kick that weight up, lower the
reps. Yep.
But the thing that I do is I keep my volume high. So there would be some people that they may go down on the bench. They may go, 4 sets of 6.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to do 8 sets of 6.
So you flip it.
I keep the volumes. I still keep that volume going, but I'm still building strength. That helps me because from all the running, I've recently just stopped running only because I had to bulk up quickly once I found out how much bigger I needed to be before the show. And but so that was able to help. So I was still getting a semi cardio workout while I was working out because I was doing so much volume.
Mm-hmm. I like progressive overloads. Like I like looking at every week if I can advance and just do that extra rep. Let me see. So you like to follow your goals. So if you're bulking heavy, if you want to lean out, more reps, lighter weight. Do you believe in overtraining? And how many times a week do you train?
So do I believe in overtraining? Yes. And so a lot of people, I would say the poster child of overtraining is CT Fletcher. And when I say it like that, it's not. I actually love CT.
Yeah.
I don't think he overtrains. It's he worked himself up to be able to handle that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So to answer the question, yes, 100%. I do believe that you can overtrain. Mm-hmm. The definition of it, I think, is when, because I'm a big believer in peaks versus limits. Okay. I don't like to use the word limit. You hit your peak. Your peak may be no matter what you do, steroids, whatever. You cannot bench more than 445.
Yeah.
It's when you're trying to exceed your peak and you just keep hitting. That's when you start to overtrain, and then you're going to get yourself hurt and things of that nature. So I just believe overtraining is not listening to your body, not getting rest when you need it. Nobody should be working out 7 days a week. Like I'm talking about going hard 7 days a week. Those kind of things I believe are overtraining. Or doing that, like, for example, if you're prepping for a show, you have an 8-week prep and you're going 7 days a week during that 8-week time frame, okay, go ahead and do that. Exactly. But if you try to extrapolate that over the course of the year, you're going to get hurt.
Exactly. Yeah, your body can't take it. It's too many,
Yeah.
especially your joints on how
Mm-hmm.
hard we go nowadays.
Oh
Then
yeah.
joints are going quick,
Yeah.
man. It's
And,
crazy.
yeah, and I work out 6 days. I'm in the gym 6 days a week, and then when I was running, I basically would run 7 days a week.
Okay.
So
You run
because
outside or
running
on the treadmill?
outside, I hate the
Yeah.
treadmill.
I
Yeah,
mean, I just started running outside again, and so much better, dude.
I
You
messed up
burn
my
so
knee.
many calories too.
I was having problems with my knee when I was running on the treadmill. Came outside
It's hard impact on the
every
knees, dude.
time. That's all it is. And then the thing is, like when you're running outside, your speed, your body can just kind of adjust to
Exactly.
to everything like that. When it's just
It's the same
and you're
speed the
not,
whole time.
it's
Like if you get tired while you're running outside, shit, go ahead, walk for 2, 3 seconds, catch your breath, and then get your ass running again. That's why I like running outside. I can't look at the wall for
yeah.
45 minutes. I can't do it anymore.
Go insane,
I
go
can't
insane.
do it. We're getting close to the end, so I want to hear what's your favorite exercise and what's your favorite body part to work out?
My favorite exercise, I probably say, is the rear delt fly,
Okay.
and then probably my favorite workout is shoulders. I love doing.
You like the boulder shoulders, huh?
Yeah, that's the one thing you can't hide. No matter if I'm wearing a medium or I'm wearing a double extra large,
It's
you can
your
see my
shoulders are
shoulders.
popping
So
out. Yeah,
yeah, so
like that. I like that. Who is your inspiration in training? Who do you look up to? Do you have any like what is that word? Not heroes, but like inspirations.
I have a few.
Like, do you follow a lot of people like on
Yeah,
Instagram and stuff, and you
yeah.
look to them for
Like
more
and
motivation?
and then not to be like corny or funny when I say this, but Devin and Kev are both huge
Yeah.
inspirations because
Hmm.
and the thing is because they're people that I know.
Exactly.
So and they've won shows and they've done things. So it's something that it's like not only do I look up to them, but I can talk to them and
Exactly. And
and
they're real people. Everyone thinks that
exactly
we're not real people. Like I
and then
like talking to other people. I like being coached. I like learning new things every day. I don't know it all. I know some things and I could help you, but I still like people just think we're not approachable.
man, it's so them two. But I would say, other than them, Larry Wheels.
Okay.
I love him. I love Arms Corleone. Obviously, CT Fletcher. Um,
That dude's another freak.
yeah.
Another
So,
animal.
yeah. So I just see these guys and they're it just makes me know it's like okay,
There's a
yeah,
goal.
it's certain
And it's
things are
doable.
possible.
And it's
Yeah.
doable. Um what's Isaac doing in 25 years from today?
Let's see. Still working out. I want to
Love
be
it.
because let's see. I'll be. Oh damn! I'll be over 50 at that point. So I
Over
want to be a master.
50.
I want to be a master champion at that point.
Nice.
I want to personally be training 10 to 15 clients.
With
I
your own
want
gym.
yeah, I want one of my sons to be if they're not running the business full time, I want them to be in the position that where I say, hey, I'm gonna take a step back. They can
Take the
move up.
legacy, make it a
Yeah.
legacy.
And that was part of why, when I really wanted to, because my mom always told me, Isaac, you need to start a business. You need to own something. That's the kind of
Yeah.
mentality you had. So my thing was whether my kids decide they want to take over this business from me, they want to
Hmm.
start their own thing. I want them to have that stepping stone. So
Yeah.
whether
Give
becoming a
them.
VP with me is the step to then taking my chair, or they go take a big chair somewhere else. I want
It's
them.
all
I want
about
them to
you
do
want
that.
them to
Yep.
give them the opportunity to be successful and
I
make it
want to give
easier
them a
for it.
chance to work.
Yeah.
I
There
want to
you
hand
go.
it to them. I don't want to be like, here goes a check, or here goes this. Here goes a great opportunity.
Exactly.
Let's go.
Make it your own.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Um, are you sponsored by anyone? And let's talk about them a little bit.
So one of my sponsors is Uncle Sam's Reject Gaming. They, it's a YouTube channel. A good one of my best friends. It's funny how things work. And he's a client of mine. His YouTube just jumped off. I mean, it's crazy. Just because he
I'll
does a
put
lot of
everything down in the bottom for you guys to go follow him. Go follow his YouTube channel and his Instagram. Subscribe and like his stuff.
yeah. So we said like we need to figure out a way to work together, but
Hmm.
not just as homeboys.
Yeah.
how do we put our relationship and the way we support each other? So basically, as we're going through the show, and you probably see a lot of the posts will be paid
You
sponsorship,
Yep.
and so we have that, have a paid partnership with Simply Satisfied. We actually, which is cool because now I get to teach people about business. I licensed my trademark. So I told him, I was like, look, I don't want to sell the stickers in my store
Yeah.
and the decals in my store because then it's going to intermediaries. Put it in your store. I'll send people to you. You deal with them, and that way, if they see other things, you can grow from there.
Yep.
So then, she was so happy with it and everything like that. She was like, well, we want to sponsor too. So those are the two sponsors that we have right now. And then, we're getting ready to, as you and I talked about offline, I'm putting some more things out just because, I'm not taking on personally. Now, the TNEC, we're still taking on clients. But me personally, while I'm going through prep, I don't want to take on any new clients because I can't give them the attention that they deserve, that they're getting when it comes to, to working with me. So that's really why I'm going out for sponsorship. So I did personal sponsorships, which is basically I put a certain set of T-shirts in the store that cost a little bit more. So that way, that profit, we take that and funnel that towards the shows. And then with the other sponsorships that we're after from actual companies, which are a little bit more, but that involves putting their logo on things, putting their logo on the backpack that we're going to take to the shows, on the shirts, and because you can't put them on the shorts. But just putting them everywhere and putting them on all the segments that we have that sponsor different things. So we're putting all that together. So
always helping out, man. I love that. Always giving back. It's a good trait to have. Not a lot of people, not a lot of businesses do that, and I feel like if you give back, shit, you can take it all the way, brother. Last question for you, and then we'll wrap it up. What type of person is Issac out of the gym? What do you like to do? How do you fill your extra time?
Man, at the end of the day, I'm a laid back, nerdy goofball. Because there's so much things that I've embraced about myself that I used to fight. Because coming up in Jersey, I wanted to be the toughest guy in the room all the time.
Yeah.
So not saying that that just was what it was, and that was like my mentality, everything like that. Now that stuff really doesn't matter to me anymore. So I've embraced my thing. I love Star Wars and I love Marvel movies. You know what I'm saying? My degrees in English lit. I still love to to read, Emerson, Thoreau, things like that. So there's a lot of things that throw people off. Like, wait, you're an intellectual? So I'm like, yes.
And that's why you are very knowledgeable. You know what you're talking about, and even just by reading, you open up other parts of the brain, and that's successful people read, and not a lot of people understand that.
Yeah, but then other than that, I mean, and then obviously, diehard Cowboys fan.
Yeah.
I got all sorts of Cowboy stuff over here, right here. Cowboys.
Oh, hey, now there it is.
Gotta represent my squad. But so if it's Cowboys, that's one of the major things, because I go to season ticket holder, so I go to, even though I'm giving up some of my tickets for this year,
show.
Because I just don't want to be there smelling all that food. I have the discipline to not eat it. That's not my problem. That's what people think. No, I don't want to be around that smell, torturing myself. And then at a game, if anybody's ever been to an NFL game, even if you get there right before kickoff and you leave right after kickoff, that's still about a 4 or 5 hour ordeal. And I need to eat in that period.
And I'm sure you tailgate, which is another 3-4 hours.
Actually, I don't.
Oh, really?
I only tailgate at the home opener because a lot of people are in town, so I go shake hands and everything like that. But other than that, because now that I live here and things like that,
you just show up for the game and then go home.
I try to get
there over that,
so I can walk right in and watch my game and then head on out.
That's awesome. But I appreciate you coming in, Shuff. It was great having you on. Very knowledgeable dude, guys. Go follow him. What's your Instagram?
So on Instagram, follow the
shout them all out. I'll put them all down here.
It's at TheNoExcuseCrew. That's the business company page, and then my my athlete page, where you really see the whole journey from day one to the stage and everything in between. That's at Nip Shuffle Av _NPC _OCB.
Like I said, it'll be in the video, and it'll also be in the link in the description. Guys, please, like I said, we're still doing a huge giveaway. All you got to do is subscribe on the website. Go check out our website, www.shopybm.com. Please follow, rate, listen, subscribe. We're also live on your favorite podcast platform. You can find us all on social media at You've Been Mic'd. Thank you for tuning in. The movement is real. Get with it or get fucking lost.
Yeah, baby.